Now, going over to the culture part of the podcast, you have a girl claiming that there's no such thing as being straight, despite her, existing. But X Twitter is a funny place, and losing TikTok is seemingly unlimited amount of interesting content. Now, of course, this comes straight from the horse's mouth, Liz of TikTok, and she says, quote, TikToker claims that there's no such thing as being straight. Now, fascinatingly enough, for those who are just tuning in audio-wise in awesome platforms like Spotify, which again, friendly reminder to give me a rating on that, either 0 stars or 5 or 4, I forget how many there are, and then let me know what I can do better. Well, in this case, she does not have short blue hair or one of those stupid cow rings, the nose ring in the middle that girls seem to get more and more these days, which I don't know where that started, but I don't know where that trend started, but it needs to stop. It's ridiculous and unattractive. But nevertheless, only about 23 seconds long and might hurt your earballs, but yeah, interestingly enough, she has a regular looking sweater, long, what is it, brownish hair. She almost looks normal. And yet, we'll play it.
I don't have like a serious issue with straight people. I just don't necessarily agree with the lifestyle and the way they push the straight agenda on us from the time we're 2 years old. You're like, oh, you're gonna marry little Davy when you grow up. And I'm like, nah, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in being straight. I don't believe it's possible to be straight.
Mentally vacuous? Yes. Bizarre? Yes. That's hilarious. I've never heard in my life the straight agenda. And truth be told, if you go to public schools these days, you probably even don't hear about that in health class. Now, it didn't go as viral as I thought. I got about 300,000 views and 1.8 thousand likes when I first posted. And yeah, mentally vacuous, of course, and bizarre, but it is, of course, coming from the TikTok. Now, some of the top comments coming from Gunther Eagleman saying, quote, the mental illness is real, getting 260 likes. You also have Paul Zupa saying, just wait, those two claim that there's no such thing as anything, getting 76 likes. That's a great meme. You have, was it the one of Bran saying hardest cope ever, and it's her saying, I don't believe it's possible to be straight. I don't agree with the lifestyle. They have the Trad Man comic saying, there are literally billions of living examples of why you are wrong. Yep. Getting 207 likes. Watch Socio Factor says, here. Something disgustingly racist, not worth reading. So we'll skip to Thick Shelled Egg saying haters are going to hate. And it's a man and a wife getting married, says celebrate straight pride. It's natural and has worked for thousands of years. And you can make babies. Getting 32 likes. Scrolling down more and more. Ducky says straight people are weird. And it's a picture compilation of all the leftists like George Takei, the Star Trek guy, touching naked men. I think that's on a talk show. You also have all the government officials who are naked and doing perverse things. That got 65 likes. Here. Zekai Soja says bring back mental hospitals, getting 66 likes. Now, granted, I'm not sure if this person is just doing this for a futile. I was about to say futile attempt to get attention. Not really futile. It's working quite well. Millions of people are seeing this on the TikTok and all these platforms. Old School Eddie says we have a problem with reality in the country, getting 54 likes. Your father says she exists because of a man and a woman, getting 91 likes. Jack says who's going to tell her she's mentally ill, getting 84 likes. Joshua Walker says the straight agenda she refers to is the human race, getting 74 likes. Wall Street Silver says funny, getting 55 likes. Let's see here. Might be an interesting. What's this graph from? The Brew posted a graph from the rabbit hole saying, quote, over 50% of young liberal women have been diagnosed with mental health condition. This is a Pew poll from 2020, and the question was, has a doctor or healthcare provider ever told you that you have a mental health disorder? Percentage saying yes. Yeah, you look at the women saying yes. Jeez Louise. Yeah, women in general, and it's broken down by conservatives, moderates, and liberal. Women are overwhelmingly, looks like double the rate of men almost, and yet the biggest skew is liberal women, which is literally off the chart. It's so high in that. There we go. Make it large infographic. And of course, the biggest age. Actually, interesting enough, moderates, the biggest age where that happens is 30 to 49. Liberal women is 18 to 29. Then goes, the trend goes down all the way to 65. Conservatives, the women actually, in terms of this poll, they also peaked at ages 30 to 49, and men they peaked 18 to 29, and men go consistently decrease that rate throughout the ages. That is for all the men trends with the three, again, conservatives, moderates, and liberals. It looks like this is data from Pew Research, America Trade Panel Wave 64. The survey was filed for field started March 19th to March 24 in 2020. Unfortunately, they omitted the sample size, which again is important, as well as the geographic, because there's a lot of variables that go in there. But I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised, just anecdotally speaking, just looking at the dating apps these days, which is usually quite soul crushing. It's it's a lot of short blue hair, and when they look at their hobbies, it's all like weird political stuff. Now that did get only 6 likes, but interesting infographics. I read it nevertheless. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we ever have like a straight Pride Month or anything. I mean, you see the global birth rate decreasing exponentially, and there are some governments that are actually increasing tax incentives for couples to have children. I wonder if we'll increase or have more of those things in the United States. Where in the U.S. you do get tax breaks with dependents when you file for taxes. But I wonder if they'll have any other mechanisms that incentivize the cultural shift to having more children in the United States, which of course we do need. I'm not sure what the odds of that are happening, but yeah, it is quite concerning to see this thing on the TikTok. But at this point, I mean, is anyone surprised? And actually, let me know in terms of your anecdotal experience. And again, another friendly reminder to click that subscribe button. I have a theory. When I first started the show, barely any subscribers, and believe it or not, spoke even worse, spoke really quickly, mostly monotone, stumbled over my words, and mispronounced darn near everything. But as I slowly but surely gain more subscribers, my speaking ineptitudes have decreased, slowly but surely. Some might argue it's just a modicum of improvement. However, an improvement nevertheless. So my theory is, if you click that button, it may very well assist with my goal, someday having a whole episode without a single speaking ineptitude. A man can dream. And someday it very well may assist with your assistance. But as always, let me know in the comments because I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, giving me a thumbs up or thumbs down or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.